So the next thing we'll look at is navigation. The first thing you've got to know with Google SketchUp is it is a 3D environment, and it works on a red, green, blue axis system. Some people who may have had some other CAD experience with other CAD software may be familiar with an X, Y and Z axis system, but we're working on red, green, blue now. So this red, green, blue axis system defines this three-dimensional geometry for us. Now, to be able to navigate around in this 3D geometry, I'm going to present the series of tutorials assuming that you've got a wheeled mouse. There are other options, other ways using these tools over at the side here. We won't need to use that too much because the functionality of most of those tools can be provided on your wheeled mouse. Now, what I'm doing here at the moment is I'm pressing my wheel down, and as I'm pressing and holding my wheel down, I'm moving my mouse. You need to practice that a little bit to get the idea of orbiting. So this is what we call the orbiting function of navigating around the screen. So that's one way you can sort of view upside down underneath. And if you ever, you'll get also the idea that you can then get to orbit to a certain extent, let the mouse go, reposition your mouse at another part of the screen and carry on orbiting like that. So I'll just orbit back to a top view like this. If you ever get lost and mucked up, we've got some preset three-dimensional views over here, or some preset views over here, and the one at the top here, which if you hover over the top, the tooltip says ISO, that brings you up a default isometric, probably roughly 30 degree view. But you can orbit to anywhere else, get yourself sorted out in any other sort of view, and then go back and click this button through here, which is the ISO button. So click, and that'll always bring you back to that, if you like, that home position. The other buttons that we've got here is this one here, a straight top-down view, looking straight down, a front-on view, a side view, and this is probably the rear view and the other side view. But I'll just orbit back around, go back to this home isometric view, probably in that sort of area. Depending on which quadrant of the orbit sphere you're looking from, this isometric view will take you to the nearest 30/30 ISO view of that. So that's one step, just being able to hold your mouse down, the middle wheel of the mouse down, move your mouse, and you can orbit. Now the next step is that if you hold your shift key down while you hold the middle wheel down and move your mouse, you are now panning across, moving the object, the viewpoint, sideways, up, down, left, right, etc. Let the shift key go down and use that same wheel, and you can go back to orbiting around. So you'll be doing a lot of that. You'll be doing a lot of orbiting to get a different viewport, holding your shift key down, holding the middle wheel down, moving across to pan. So a combination of whether your middle wheel is down, whether your shift key is down, and then just press and hold the wheel. Now the other option, the other thing that you'll use the wheel for is you'll actually scroll with the wheel in a forwards direction to zoom in, as if you're zooming with a camera, or in a backwards direction with your wheel to zoom out. And so with a combination of zooming with your wheel in and out, orbiting, and then holding the shift key down to pan, you can sort of pretty well navigate your way all the way around this red, green, blue axis system into any different direction. So that'll take a little bit of practice. You'll get lots of practice with that, and we'll learn as we go, and you'll get used to that environment very, very quickly, I would think. So that's the next stage we're up to.